Great to be at home playing in McHale, the best place in the country to play. Good fans, or great fans today. Just good to win at home. It feels like this is our home opener, or it feels like it's our first game, but it's not. I'm just glad we came out with the W.
Kailyn, you had sort of a rough first half. You scored a couple points and everything, but then at halftime you just sort of turned it on and you did most of everything you did on the court. It seemed like that ended up in the stats. Came in the second half. What was it like for you to then sort of have to keep plugging away and try to continue to help your teammates?
I just feel like whatever happened in the first half happened in the first half. I just have to put that behind me and just look at the next play. And so just going into the second half, I was like, you know what? I have 2 fouls. I can't really do anything. But going into this next half, let's try and do something. So, yeah.
And she did something. She did good. And we had a lot of people foul trouble first half. I think it was 3 players. So but she was smart. Then she didn't pick her third up. She started the second half, didn't pick her third fast. So I thought she played with a lot of maturity and poise. And, that's a sophomore thing. As a freshman, you're not able to put that behind you. As a freshman, you're going to be frustrated. And you see Skylar going through that now. But those are just the progression and the journey of getting better and getting more experience. So that mindset that's more experience. So it's good to hear and see.
Breya, what's it been like for you to finally get back out there? And how do you feel?
Obviously, it feels great to just be able to be full and all the way back with my team and be able to actually play. I just have to, work and get better individually, getting in shape and stuff since I missed a couple of weeks. But other than that, I'm just happy to be back. Yeah.
I'd be happy too. I only missed 2 shots and then 2 for 2, missed 2 shots, 18 for 20.
Missed 1.
No, but missed 1 this game, missed 1 last game.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 in our college basketball, in 2 games, only missed 2 shots. I'd be feeling pretty good too.
I was going to ask about that. You were 9 for 10, so 9 out of 10. So that's got to feel good when she get that streak rolling that way. What do you think? As you look at that, and they're mostly coming inside, what are you seeing when you get in there? When you start to go towards the basket, how are you focused? How is it so easy for you?
I wouldn't say it was easy because you still have to work to get open and things like that, and call for the ball and be aware of if I'm double teamed or if my teammates were open and things like that. But I just try my best to when my teammates give me the ball to be efficient, so that way they feel comfortable giving me the ball, and that way I'm not kind of like a liability just to throw the ball in and nothing happens. So I try my best to be as efficient as I can when I
seems like you're always
inside.
positioned right there. I mean,
she used their body well.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was getting at. It seems like you just know right where you're supposed to be. Your spot is, and your teammates do get you the ball well. So that's great.
And she does a good job of creating space. I think she used her body to create space. And what I like that she did today, she even hit an elbow jumper. I think she hit 2 of them. So she didn't only take layups, and she was finishing on the left side better. I thought she did a really good job.
Last year, you were a little more guard-oriented team. And this year, especially in the first half, it was all the bigs taking over.
Yeah.
What do you see in those bigs and the developing? Maya went out, I know.
Yeah, and she was playing really well, too. I think that we have a really good core post unit. So if you look at the 5, we have Isis and Breya. And at the 4 right now, we have Maya. And we also have Solly. And then we have Esmeri going the 4 and the 3. So that's one of the reasons why I started a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger this game, because it shifted Esmeri. But I don't like to only play Esmeri at the 3. I think she's not completely comfortable yet, but I thought she did a really good job. So I think we're bigger, but we just have to work on as a unit defensively, because we didn't play really good defense, especially the first 5 minutes. So getting more aggressive defensively as we're bigger. And we'll work on that and get better. But, to start Esmeri, Maya, and Breya, that's a good big lineup. So I just got to get a little bit better defensively with that lineup.
is Maya and how is Ez?
Maya's fine. I'm just wasn't feeling well during the game. Nothing injured. Just kind of got a little bit sick, and a couple of them like Jada and Maya got hit in the stomach, so got the wind knocked out of them. Then as Mary I think she landed on Kaylyn's. Maybe I landed on her
Yeah,
foot.
we're going for a rebound.
And she kind of twisted it, but it's nothing bad. She's walking it. She just puts ice on it and some ibuprofen, but it's not going to limit her or keep her out tomorrow. So they'll both be fine. And hopefully by next week we'll get Courtney back.
And Breya, you have to go out and guard away from the basket quite a bit, especially in that second half. What's different for you when you have to go out there? What do you have to keep in mind?
For me, just being like a big and guarding people that are like tend to be a little faster and smaller than me, I have to really focus on like trying to move my feet and staying low, which is something I still have like to work on. But just I try to focus on keeping the ball in front of me as much as possible when I'm guarding out on the wing, just because I'm not very comfortable out there. Usually I'm on the block on defense, but yeah.
But she's getting better. You saw a couple of really bright spots where she had some really good traps and stuff. And that's learning, because in high school you just stick your post inside and they just kind of contain. And so it's really different. We're asking her to deny, pop back, switch. It's different, so it takes work, and I think she's learning and she's doing a good job.
Kailyn, what do you remember about your home opener last year? Did you have the jitters? Were you just excited to get out and play in front of the crowd? Do you remember?
Were you nervous?
No, I definitely was nervous. I'm nervous going into every game, honestly. So, yeah, I was definitely nervous, just trying to find my way in the offense. So I really applaud, Breya, Jada, Skylar for just kind of – I feel like they're taking a lot better than I would, because, it's a lot. Like, just freshmen, you want to impress your coach, and it's like – so, yeah.
She was mad at me all last year. Last year's like a sore spot. It's like a bruise, and you press it.
I still am.
Adia.
She must have hurt
me.
I still am,
It
Adia.
looks to kill.
I'm still mad about last year, but we won't talk about that.
All that was the journey. It's the journey, right? It's a process.
How are you feeling at the point right now in your second season?
I feel good, but I still feel like, I have a lot more to work on. I have to clean up some things in my game, like some easy layups. Definitely defensively, but I just feel like just clean up a little bit, and then I think from there I'll just be getting better.
And I really like the combination of Helena, Kailyn, and Jada, because Kaylyn's such a good scorer. So I like sometimes being able to run Helena at the one and her at the two, because then she comes off and she scored right away. So there's things that we like to do, or she gets rid of it, gets it back. So there's ways to use her that I think she's such a good scorer. It's sometimes good to have her off the ball where she receives it and receives action, or she goes out and runs like some isolation stuff. And we haven't put as much in because we're a really young team, so the process is really slow. We got to go like basic. But like we'll add more later, get more complex, where we have different stuff, whereas Mary to post and different actions where she's coming off action. We just haven't been able to do that. And we really haven't practiced together except for a couple times with everybody healthy. So I think once we have a couple more weeks under our belt in these games to prepare for, I think you'll see a big jump in the next 2 weeks for us. Playing Friday, playing Sunday, playing Tuesday, then going to the Bahamas, playing 3 games. That's a lot of games in a short period of time, where I think we're really gonna improve in that period.
Speaking of Helena, it didn't show up on the stats, but she's such a disruptor.
Yeah,
defense. It's good to watch it. How is she feeling out there?
She's feeling good. I just know, and that's one of the reasons Jada brings us so much energy. One of the reasons why I chose to bring Jada off the bench is that we don't have another guard coming off the bench. So because we're limited in numbers, so it's really, Jada brings good energy, and she's like a spark. So bringing her off the bench helps, because I can't play Helena 38 minutes a game. I can't play Kailyn 38 minutes. So to have her come in, and she still played a lot of minutes, it's really good because we have that guard coming in. It's hard with the way we play to run these guards 8-10 minutes, and we don't have the rotation. So we had all forwards on the bench or posts. So having her come in, it gives one of those guards, and the other guard can go get another one. So it makes our rotation a lot easier.
You're still trying to clean up the turnovers a little bit. especially the youngsters. I mean, they get to play through that, though.
Yeah, they do. Some of that's by fault, and some of it's not like good, but yeah. No, they do. I mean, like for sure, like Jada having 4, the 2 are young mistakes under the press, jumping, but most of them are fundamentals. Most of the turnovers are from when they're leaving the air and turning it over. I remember Esmeri, I remember Jada twice. I think Kailyn maybe once. Helena's more experienced, so she's not doing those things. So she has more poise to the ball. I think Skylar had a couple. But those are just, those are young things, and those are fundamentals. So once you learn that, it just takes a lot of repetition. Like, we have to do a lot better defensively, but we need repetition, and we need to play with different combinations. We need the reps of those things. So then you'll see an improvement.
So, across women's college basketball, we've seen some really great performances in this first week, and especially with your team. And considering that, they're young, they haven't all played together because people were in and out and all of that, what are you seeing and why? I mean, it's Kailyn puts up what we think is her first double-double of her career. Breya's doing what Breya's doing, Az is doing stuff, Helena, I mean, across the board, even the stuff that doesn't get into the stat sheets, we see what they're doing. What do you think it is that they're performing like this so early?
Well, I think as a team, I think we're a lot less selfish. I thought in the past we were everybody was really focused on individual scoring. We don't see that this year. I think we're more exciting to watch. And I need to watch the game, but we had so many more dynamic plays that were just exciting, like some fast break plays where it's 3 passes, the ball doesn't touch the floor. I think that's fun for fans to watch. And I think people want to see unselfish basketball. I think she had some great dimes inside. We're passing the ball in the post. We're not like the black hole in the post. We're passing it back out and we're double teamed. So I think that's fun, and that's the way you want to play. So I really feel we're going to get better defensively. We're going to work on that. We're going to work. And we're going to surprise a lot of people. I think that when you watch us, I think we have – the great thing is because we don't have a deep bench, people are going to play. And if you look at the teams in the past, the Notre Dames and the UConns, they won with 7, 8 players. They won championships. So everybody knows they're going to play. They're going to get opportunities. So I think that that's a good feeling. Now, as a coach, it's not great because you can't practice every day. You want more players. But then I think everybody's more happy when they're getting opportunities. So I think you're going to see us really improve in the next 2 weeks, and I think we're going to surprise a lot of people. We just got to work and stay with this unselfish mentality and want each other to do well. And I think there were great examples of it tonight, and I mentioned this in the locker room. Kaylyn's 1 rebound away from a double-double. Esmeri's on the sideline cheering, I think more excited than Kailyn. So those are things, I mean, when Isis is out and Breya's in or vice versa, they're cheering each other. Isis is her best cheerleader on the floor. So those are signs of really good teammates. And there was another incident when I think Solly had an and when Jada sprints from half court over to the baseline. Those are good teammates, and I think we have really good kids. We have really good people that want to win and want to do well and want to get coached, and I think that's the formula for success later. And I've seen a lot of teams, and we are going to look ugly sometimes because freshmen are going to do stupid freshman things, but that's the process, and we're going to see this. The growth of them this year, and they're the future. Our young players. I mean, Kailyn's a sophomore. Our best players are freshmen and sophomore, and we're only losing Helena and Esmeri at the end of the year. So, we have a really good young team that can be really special.
You look at the scoring; it was
balanced.
great. Yeah, very balanced. You had 5 players in double digits, so it's. If I'm miscounting, it might be 6. I think it was 5.
And usually Helena will be in double digits. And Jada just hasn't been able to hit these shots, but those are shots that Jada makes. So, yeah, I mean, you want balance. And I think that's the sign of a better team. So I like that. You don't want one person scoring 30 and there's other people's 4. So that's unselfish. And our assist-to-turnover ratio, that's really good, 19 assists. So 19 assists on 34. That could be a little better, actually. But, yeah, I think we're getting better. And we got to work on a 3-point shooting, but besides that.